Hello, my name is Anaya McCarran, and this is my presentation on culture of Islam. Introduction. Islam is a major world religion founded on the beliefs in one God, Allah, and Muhammad as his final prophet. It profoundly shapes the cultural, spiritual, and daily lives of millions, influencing their values, practices, and traditions. Islam teaches major beliefs that form the foundation of faith. First, the oneness of God, also known as Tawad, meaning that there's only one God, Allah, and the soul, which is the sole creator and sustainer of everything. Next are the angels. The angels are spiritual beings created by Allah to carry out his commands. Muslims also believe in divine books, including Tahar, the Psalms, the Gospel, and the final revelation, the Quran. Another core belief is in prophets. Prophets are the messengers sent by God, including Noah, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, who is the final prophet. Muslims believe in the Day of Judgment. They the Day of Judgment is when every soul will be held accountable and rewarded or punished in the afterlife. Finally, they believe in the divine decree, or Qadar, meaning that Allah knows and controls all that's happening. Everything that occurs is within His divine will. The five pillars of Islam. The five pillars are the frameworks of Muslim life. The Shahad is a testimony of faith, declaring that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. The Salat, which means prayer, is performed 5 times a day while facing the Mecca. The Zakat, which is charity, is giving part of one's wealth to help those in need. The Sawam refers to the fasting during Ramadan. It's a time of self-control and devotion. And finally, the Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, a sacred journey every Muslim aims to make at least once in their lifetime. The scarce text and objects. The Quran is Islam's most sacred text. Believed to be the literal word of God revealed to Prophet Muhammad through the angel Gabriel over 23 years. Muslims regard it as the final and perfect revelation, confirming earlier scriptures. Revealed in Arabic, it is often memorized in full by those honored with the title Hafaz. The are collections of the Prophet Muhammad's sayings, actions, and approvals. Those, though not the words of God, they are served as a second main source of Islamic law, Shahara, and guide daily life. Muslims also believe in earlier divine texts, such as the Tahara, the Tahara to Moses, Psalms to David, Gospel to Jesus, and the scrolls of Abraham. These are believed to have been more altered over time, leaving the Quran as the final preserved revelation. The sacred objects are the Kaaba and Blackstone. The Kaaba is in the Mecca's Grand Mosque. Is Islam's holiest site in the direction of prayer. Believed to be rebuilt by Abraham and Ishmael, it contains the Black Stone, this which pilgrims honor during Hajj. Prophet's belongings. Items linked to Prophet Muhammad are treasured with many preserved in Istanbul Palace, Topkapi Palace, Minbar, the pulpit in a mosque where the Imam delivers sermons. symbolizing guidance and leadership. The prayer mat. Prayer mat is the clean mat used for prayer. It is always facing the kahab. And lastly, the rosary, which is also known as mashaba. The prayer beads used to count recitations of the names of God. Places of worship. The main place of worship is the mosque or mashad, where Muslims gather for daily and Friday prayers. While Muslims could pray anywhere, the mosques are central hubs for communal prayers and essentially important for Friday congregational prayers and festivities. Other notable Other notable worship spaces include shrines, which are built near the tombs of reserved figures, Sufi lodges, which are for spiritual practice, and Igah, Igahs, which are large outdoor areas used for festival prayers. S- Still, Muslims could pray anywhere, clean, at home, outdoors, or even at work, as long as it faces the Kaaba. Islam's lifestyle and practices. Daily life in Islam. Daily Muslim life includes and resolves around faith, discipline, modesty, and community. Prayers are performed 5 times daily at dawn, noon, afternoon, sunset, and night, also known as Fajr, Duhar, Asar, Maghrib, and Isha. This promotes mindfulness, gratitude, and connection with God. It requires wudu, which is the ritual washing and facing of the Kaaba in Mecca. The dress code focuses on modesty and humility. Women cover their hair with a hijab and wear loose and non-revealing clothing, while men wear dress modestly from navel to knee and no gold or silk. Islamic dietary law is halal. Halal means permitted, while haram means forbidden. Haram is pork, alcohol, or drugs. Halal meat must be slaughtered in God's name and blood drained. Halal foods are cooked separately to avoid contamination. Greetings. Standard greeting is Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon us. The response will be wa alaikum assalam, which promotes peace and respect. Physical contact between unrelated men and women are avoided. Holy days and festivals. Ra- Ramadan is the holiest month, a time of fasting, prayer, and reflection that commemorates the first revelation of the Quran. Muslims fast from dawn to sunset to practice self-discipline and compassion. Focuses on spiritual growth, devotion, and empathy for the less fortunate. Eid al-Fitr. At the end of Ramadan comes Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast. It celebrates prayers, charity, and community gatherings. It includes communal prayers such and charitable givings, also known as zakat al-Fitr. It emphasizes gratitude, forgiveness, and unity. Eid al-Adha, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice. This commemorates Pro- Prophet Ibrahim's devotion and willingness to sacrifice his son for God, including animal sacrifice with meat shared amongst family, friends, and the poor. Concise with the conclusion of the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca, representing faith, charity, and gratitude. Islamic civilization, Islamic global impact and civilization. Islamic civilization was greatly influenced. greatly influenced the world around art, science, and philosophy. The art and architecture In art and architecture, calligraphy and geometric designs replace human images seen in landmarks like Al-Haramba, the Dome of the Rock, and the Taj Mahal. The calligraphy is the highest form of Islamic art, used to decorate buildings, manuscripts, and Quranic verses. In science and technology, Muslim scholars advanced algebra, medicine, and astronomy while inventing early machinery and hospitals. Scholars like Al-Zahawi and Avicenna shaped modern medicine, and scholars like Ibn al-Haytham revolutionized such optics mapping the stars and Earth's size. Ethics and philosophy. Sh- Islamic ethics and philosophy stress justice, compassion, and humility. Their values are based on the Quran. Their social duty promotes moral character and care for the poor. Mashallah. Cultural diversity. Cultural diversity defines Islam, uniting more than 1.8 million people worldwide across many traditions and languages, continuing to inspire modern art, thought, and social change. Thank you for listening to my presentation.